Hi there, welcome back. If you've been watching the last hour, we've been talking live on Revelation TV. The subject was cancer, but we've also been covering some of your emails, which we're going to dedicate the final half an hour to. So, Felicity, I've got an email here. This is from Norma. Good afternoon, Si and Felicity. My nephew, a chef, bought me a juicer that I can use with my disabilities. It is very good. The pulp is practically dry and powdery. I know you dry it and make biscuits. I don't have the machine. Question, is there any goodness left in the pulp, i.e. to use make stock or soups with the veg pulp, puree with fruit pulp? It seems such a lot of waste to throw away.
I think that's Norma, isn't it? I know Norma.
That is Norma.
Hi, Norma. Right. Yes, you don't need to waste anything because you can add that. You can also make the burgers, and if you don't have a dehydrator, which is ideal, you can still put them in a very low oven and very, very gently dry them out and do them with lots of garlic and onion like I do, and they're absolutely delicious and provide you with some nice crisp food.
Okay, Martine has emailed in regarding the topic that we've been discussing for the last hour, which is cancer.
Right.
Good afternoon, Felicity and Revelation TV. I'm horrified that you should be presenting such an entirely one-sided view of cancer treatment. The programme is not balanced, and it is a disgrace that you should be rubbishing medical profession and those who are genuinely working to bring about relief from cancer. This programme is clearly designed to play on people's fears. Shame on you, Revelation TV.
Well, no, actually, Martine, it's not designed to play on people's fears at all. It's to prevent people getting cancer in the future. And you probably come from the orthodox background that I come from as well. And I think that patients are given such an unbalanced view of what they have to do if they do have, if they're diagnosed. And so we're actually making the balance here by showing that there are other ways. So I'm quite with you. Doctors do wonderful things and they go into it with altruistic reasons and have great integrity, but they are very much controlled by big pharma, and Martine, you will probably realize that. Okay.
Okay, this is Ken has written in. Well done, Felicity, for a badly needed expose of the shocking truths about the shameful cover-ups of real facts by pharmaceutical companies and government to the deterrent of patients. We are regular viewers of Church Without Wall Partners, and this sort of information is priceless and potentially life-saving to all who hear it. The clips show American MDs talking, but how widespread is this in the UK? Very courageous broadcasting, and God be with you as you continue the good work. And that's from Ken.
Well, thank you, Ken, because we get lots of brickbacks, and it's really nice to know. You know, there's a lot of doctors and nurses who come on the courses. When you go to train at these places like Hippocrates in America, you'll find it's mainly doctors and nurses who are going there, as well as people who are really ill. And the education is invaluable. It's saving so many lives.
Okay, great. Chris is asking, we were talking about the apricot kernels earlier. I'm saving lots of apricot seeds. Should I break them open and eat the kernels? That's
right, yes, you can grind them. You can buy them in tablet form. You can buy them. The liquid is the one that I had, which is intravenous, and that has been proved to work for many people. It's banned, I think, sadly in America, banned probably in Britain, but doctors and nurses are doing it for themselves. So it's only the apricot seed, you know. It's only God's little golden apricots. Yeah. And it's amazing how it helps, but I do think you must keep coming back to the fact that we have to clean up the toxicity in our lives as well. It's no good eating hamburgers and drinking the caffeinated drinks and having a few apricot kernels and thinking that will protect you, because it's a whole program.
Mm-hmm. And it's important, it's not only the apricot kernel, shall we say, isn't it? It's the whole program, like you said, exercising, eating right food, changing your diet, eliminating the bad foods, drinking lots of water. It's that combination.
You're getting really good at this, Si. Really good.
Oh, Felicity, if only I practiced what I preached. I'm not doing too bad. I'm doing okay. Could you please let me know where we can buy wheatgrass, the salts, coconut oil, etc.? I live in a city and can't find such things. who is a good provider?
Okay, well, let's go for the wheatgrass first, then we're going to talk about the salts, aren't we?
Yes.
Because I don't like to forget things. The wheatgrass, the cheapest way to do it is to grow it yourself, and that's great fun, and we've shown a clip of that, which is that one guy, which people can look on YouTube and see how to grow the wheatgrass. You can buy it in a powdered form, you can buy it frozen as well. The Himalayan salts you can get in any good chemist, or maybe more a health food shop. The Himalayan rock salt, and then there's Celtic sea salt as well, which we had being done in Portugal where I lived, and great mounds of this beautiful salt that is the real salt and not just the table salt that we buy, which is a poison in the body. So we have to be very sure we get the right salt, like the right fats and the right sugars.
Okay. Jen has sent us an email. Hi dear both, I'm so thankful to hear the truth at last. May I send you an email, Dr. Felicity? I've been on diamorphine and ketamine, to name but a couple of the medications I've been on for many years, and I hope to meet you soon.
Well, I hope to meet you too, and I'm sure you've had such a rough time. You can download my courses. I've got Get Well, Stay Well courses, and people can come. Sometimes people come for a week in Jersey or in Spain, where I'm happy to share the information with you.
Okay, I'm just trying to
trail through. It's a real joy to have so many nurses and doctors who actually come on the course, and intelligent people, and sometimes young people who just want to get well and stay well, and they've seen what's happened to their parents. They don't want to go down that track of the toxic lifestyle.
It's funny, I think there's more, would you say there's more now in the present time that we're in, more exercise facilities, shall we say, that more younger people are being encouraged to do exercise, and there's all sorts of things like CrossFit, and there's different activities that people can take on as a group?
Yes, absolutely, and that's fun. I mean, when I was young, and I was growing up in South Africa, of course, it was a very sporty lifestyle. And so we were out in the fresh air and the sunshine, and we were playing sport for a couple of hours a day. And because my father was an Olympic athlete, I knew the importance of exercise. And, I think that our life has got very sedentary in the last 30, 40 years with the computers, the TV. We've become very sedentary. So yes, we have to go back and use these gyms, and even running on the beach, running on the grass, really important as well to run barefoot on the grass, barefoot on the sand, and through the sea, just running along the edge of the waves, because that actually earths us back. This is another important aspect on health, that the electromagnetic radiation that we're all getting now is much stronger than it ever was before. So you need to get back to God's beautiful garden.
Would you say that exercise goes hand in hand with eating well? Because if you're not used to exercising and you start to exercise, all of a sudden you feel great, and you feel more motivated to then watch what you're eating. So it does work very well, doesn't it? It
works really well, and also doing a sauna, if you can get near a sauna, and sweat out the lactic acid that you've made doing the exercise. The other great thing is to have the hot baths with magnesium, so Epsom salts. You throw a couple of cupfuls of Epsom salts into the bath, nice hot bath, and some bicarbonate of soda, which alkalizes the body. And if you're fighting an infection, you can, as I've actually emailed Howard earlier today, and have one of those hot baths, and also throw in ginger as well, because the raw ginger root makes you sweat, and you sweat out the toxins even better.
We might have some viewers who are maybe disabled or unable to be so mobile, shall we say. What sort of exercise could you recommend for them?
Well, then we say just start walking a little bit, or even bouncing on the edge of the bed. Just get the body moving, get the body flowing. If you've got a little rebounder or a trampoline, that's wonderful. But basically, just bouncing slightly on the ground or on the chair where you're sitting, just get the body moving, get the circulation going, get the lymph moving, and that will help oxygenate the body. because that's the best way of keeping the body really fit. We want to oxygenate the body, we want to alkalize the body, get back to the right healthy pH.
Okay. Sean has sent us an email. Hi guys, good show. Is this show repeated? Sean, this is repeated. This is on our catch-up service on Revelation TV. This is on our website. So if you go to revelationtv.com and go to catch-up, you can watch our programme. Because we've also covered quite a number of clips on today's show, so the facility of watching online is that you can pause a programme, take notes as you're going along, and then continue to watch us. We're also on YouTube as well. So it's youtube.com/RTV Europe. Okay, Felicity, let's see what else we have here.
Can I just read out? Geraldine and Steve have written to me. Now, they're a very brave couple, and they're actually blind. They're both blind, and they have. She's very clever, and she manages to do emails probably with a braille machine. And she says, my husband Steve and I have been juicing for nearly 2 weeks, and the first week I did really feel much better. However, I succumbed to the temptation of roast beef dinner a week ago, oh Geraldine, on Sunday, and despite taking the juices, the fruit and the green juices, I became really ill again with IBS. Well, Geraldine, you would, wouldn't you? I've had IBS since 1988, and I was diagnosed also with having ME, but leaving meat out of my diet really did work for at least 1 week. Well, Geraldine and Steve, if you are radical and you stick with this, you will eliminate the IBS. And I do think you're really brave, and I do congratulate you. And for viewers who watch us or listen to us on Revelation TV, I've actually made a CD which people can play as well, which explains all about the course. So I've sent one of those to Geraldine and Steve. And he also, now interestingly, he has a problem sleeping, because when you're blind, of course, you don't have the daylight and the night, which sets off the melatonin hormone in the body, which makes you sleep. You know, when it gets dark, we tend to want to go to sleep. So he hasn't got that. He hasn't got that facility anymore because he's completely blind. And what we need to do is build up his immune system. I've told him to try and really get on the diet, to try and take some exercise during the day, which again is probably really difficult for him, not being able to see. But if he could get on a walking machine, or he could rebound, then that will help him to sleep at night. But you know, we're so blessed, aren't we, those of us who can see? We're so blessed by God to have this amazing ability and to enjoy creation and see the sun. And it does, of course, establish the circadian rhythm in our lives. So we have so much to be grateful for. And I really want to thank them. They also ask about the mango, peach and plums. Can we grind the stones, or would they be toxic? Well, we know that the apricot seeds, the grape seeds, the apple seeds are really good for us. I'm not terribly sure about the mangoes. The peaches and the plums also have the hydrocyanic acid in, which is what the apricot kernels have, and the grape and the apple, so you can do those as well. So anyway, good for you, and it's wonderful that you're with us on Revelation TV.
Okay, fantastic. Let's go back to some of the emails. Hi, Si and Felicity. Is there something my sister can take for restless legs as it prevents her from sleeping?
Yes, if she would do the magnesium baths at night, so she has a bath in the Epsom salts, which will relax her, give her body a big dose of magnesium intradermally, because it goes in through the skin, and then she could do a beautiful massage afterwards when she gets out, she's dried herself, and use the magnesium oil, which actually we can get from Israel, and there's a company there who sell the wonderful magnesium oils from the Dead Sea.
Wow. Fantastic. Can you please tell us whether juicing is preferable to making smoothies?
Well, I believe that, because I'm trained at Hippocrates, that when people are really ill, they cannot digest the smoothies, but they need desperately the goodness in the juices. So when I was really ill with pancreatic cancer myself, the only thing that I could in fact keep down was the very pure juices, which is the essence of the living enzymes, because you can't eat anything and you're having a job to even keep water down. So the wheatgrass, the barley grass are lifesavers in that situation.
Okay, Fiona from the Isle of Tyrese is emailing into us saying, I'm emailing you on behalf of my carer. She is having very bad diarrhea and has been told she lacks calcium. She's going through the menopause. Is there anything else she can do, as I'm worried about her?
Oh, well, isn't that nice? She's someone caring for their carer. I think that's wonderful. Try the lactobacillus, the acidophilus, which is a probiotic and will certainly help her. And she ought to check out why she has the diarrhea in the first place, what she has eaten that's really upset the digestive system. But lactobacillus is the first thing that I would suggest.
Okay. Pat has said, hi, what is good for bladder? Good for the bladder.
With the bladder, well, the bladder everything that we drink has to eventually come out through the bladder. And so we need aloe vera, I would say, is a wonderful calming thing to have. And just don't have any orange juice, don't have wine, don't have acid things which will irritate the bladder. And of course the worst one for irritating the bladder is coffee. So avoid those.
Okay, fantastic. Dear Felicity, is it difficult for someone to grow in their own wheatgrass? It is comparatively beneficial to use. Is it comparatively beneficial to use bought powdered wheatgrass?
Well, it's much cheaper if you can grow your own, and of course you have the satisfaction of doing that. And it grows in 11 days from a little tiny organic seed to 11 inches of beautiful green grass, and then you just juice that. And once you've got the juicer, of course, you've got it for life. So all it will cost you is the seeds, and that is by far the cheapest. Also, it's the purest, obviously.
How much goodness would you get from the powder?
Well, it's pretty good. It depends on the manufacturer, of course, but some of them have added other things, the chlorella and the spirulina in as well, and it just depends. So have a look on the label, see what it says. But basically, if you can grow your own, that is the best. It tastes the best. It's wonderful.
And what sort of costs would it be to grow your own?
Well, it's just the seeds. You can get on to Holistic Research, who are the people who supply me with the organic seed. And then all you need is a bit of sunshine. You can either grow it in earth or you can grow it hydroponically.
Okay, great. Hi, Si and Felicity. Is there any diet advice for rare abdominal sarcoma? I've heard vitamin B12 is mentioned.
Well, that's a serious thing, and you'd better email me about that. I don't know this person. Yep. I'm not a medical doctor, so let's get that absolutely straight. I cannot diagnose. I'm a health educator. I'm talking about health. I'm talking about people researching into alternative methods, natural methods that have been proven for thousands of years.
Okay. In the Bible, it doesn't seem to mention that, in the Bible, God doesn't seem to be against meat. So is it something that can be used?
Well, it's not in his original diet for us. And you see, I believe God's word is always right. And when he says, this is what we should be living on, behold, I give you every herb-bearing seed on the face of the earth, and every tree with fruit with seed in it, and every seed, the green plant, I think that he means exactly that. And he has already made the animals, but he doesn't say go and kill the animals and eat them until after sin comes into the world. And Howard and I went through all this in my first interview with Howard years ago. And Howard and I both agree that the original creation diet is the healthy one, which is now scientifically proven. After sin came into the world, then we had the sacrifice of animals, as you know. And if you eat organic meat, which is pure, and you don't eat the blood and you don't eat the fat, which is also forbidden in Leviticus, maybe you can get away with having a little organic meat, and probably the purest would be, say, pheasant or some free bird that's been flying around and hasn't been fed all the wrong things. So maybe you could do that, but I don't want to. I don't want to kill animals to eat.
Okay, Deborah has asked us, does the lady, that's you, Felicity, have all the information and diet and detox in your book or DVD?
I haven't made a DVD. I can't afford to set that up. What I've done is I've written a website, and I've just put some little simple books, little booklets on food. I've done a Get Well, Stay Well course. I've done a Lighten Up and Stay Light course, because a lot of people have got toxic from the wrong foods and they just need to do that. I've done a recipe book and a little book on wheatgrass. So I do my best.
Okay, Virginia has texted us in saying, my daughter has problems with her gallbladder. What can she do to help?
Well, the gallbladder stores the extra bile, as you know. And with the wrong fats that we've been having, the trans fats, we now have quite a lot of problems with gallbladder. Again, you can probably get that right with diet, hopefully. Okay,
Felicity, well, we've got a few minutes left of the show, so I thought we'd summarise to our viewers what we discussed in the first hour.
Well, we started off saying that I'd come from Orthodox medicine, and that all the doctors who I have on the show, who feature on our programs, are all Orthodox doctors who have learnt over the years, really, that there are really good, non-toxic, gentle ways of people getting well as the surgery and the other orthodox methods that are popular at the moment. So we're trying to make a balanced picture because people are fed a lot of information by authority figures, and we're just trying to open up people's minds to going back to a really healthy way of living, a healthy diet, the exercise, and the pure water, because that's probably the main cause of us being ill, that we are not having pure water, we're not drinking enough.
And it's something that's so easy, so we all have access to water at the end of the day, don't we?
Yeah, it's the quality of the water. And so we talk about distilling water, and there's ionizing water and alkalizing water, and we've done programs on all that. But the main thing is to detox from the chemicals in the water, the heavy metals, and the body will always try to get well. Disease is just a wake-up call. And the doctors who've been on today, I think, are brilliant in their field and have found better ways for us. As my daughter said, Mum, there's got to be a better way. And I think that this is the better way.
And what are your thoughts on some of our viewers who might have opened up, this might have been an eye-opener for them. How much can they do now? They can literally go on the internet and do some more research, can't they?
Well, go on to the website, the Anti-Cancer Info website. Go on to Philip Day, who's coming on in March and written many books, and Ty Bollinger's book. There's masses of information out there. And the thing is to get a balance. Don't be rushed into doing anything that you don't think is right. Pray about it and ask God to show you the right way. And that's what I did when I was 6 weeks from dying with the pancreatic cancer. And from what I had researched and the experience I'd had with my daughter dying at 20, I really trusted God completely. And Psalm 117 says, don't put your trust in man, put your trust in God. And I think that that's what we have to do.
Thank you, Felicity. Well, we're coming towards the end of today's programme. I think it's been very, very informative for our viewers today. So, viewers, if you want to watch this programme again, we're on. We have a catch-up service on Revelation TV, which is www.revelationtv.com. You simply go onto the catch-up service, and you'll see our programme, and you can watch it. You can pause it, and you're free to access it at any time. We're also on YouTube, so it's youtube.com/RTVEurope. We're on social media. We're on facebook.com/RevelationTV. We're on Twitter, twitter.com/RevelationTV. So, Felicity, we've covered so much in today's show. Just a final few words for our viewers before we leave today.
Well, I would say that the greatest healing is always salvation. We're here for a short journey. We're all here. Maybe we do 80, 90 years. But there comes an end to that, and it's where we're going to spend eternity that matters. So read the Bible and get yourself right with God. When you're right, when you detox spiritually, mentally, you will get well.
Thank you, viewers, for joining us. Take care and God bless.